You've got a Visage, you've got a Tusk. Chances are both sides are just going to trade farm. I was about to say I don't expect too many kills here, but here we go. Snaking, going to get jumped immediately, and he is down. There you go, Jonathan. Caster's Curse coming in hot.
He has a Treant. Nature's Prophet can't really do that. He doesn't have Time Walk. So if he cops it, he cops it, and cops it fast. Although Snaking, looking for a snipe.
He might get his revenge very, very early, as FCR now going to drop. Skidder, we'll back off. We'll leave King RD alone. But they get their revenge. Snaking, I'm sure, will be pretty happy with that trade, in fact.
Yeah. Lane does get a little bit trickier as time goes on, until Time Walk's at a decent level, so you should still be able to look for that nuke opportunity up top. Trading blows here.
Nine's getting very low, though. He's going to go for the toss back onto 33, but it is not going to work in his favor as 9 is down. And 33, he is struggling. Like, that
lane is starting to suffer. Analog's starting to drop really low up against Thompson. 19 to 10 on that Clinks, although
they're going to snowball in. Thompson, he's still actually trying to go after Analog, realizing there's no real way out. Snaking sprouts him into boot. Why the hell not? Thompson going to try to go for a run, but is certainly dead. Snaking, he will go for the chase after King RD. In fact, never mind, he'll turn back towards Analog, but he doesn't have the lockdown nor the damage to finish them off. Unless he's going to sprout back up, and they're going to snowball back in. King RD continuing with the tag team now, so Snaking still trying to run, does have the Fairy Fire and will survive as King RD will go down. Analog almost dropping along with him. In comes Thompson again. The Thompson is back, but it seems like Analog will be okay.
Water Rune to give him a little bit of a boost. That's something to play with, but with Thompson fully reset,
Cost the
showing
BLA
that lane for even a moment.
Here comes that power spike we were talking about earlier, John. They've got the Avalanche Toss and they've got the Cinder Brew now, with the Urn charge, by the way, of 33. So this is where the top lane gets very difficult. Just die.
Yeah, you're not going to be surviving that output. They are starting to force a response down mid. Thompson.
FCR, Thompson. Mid lane is going to be in a bit of danger. FCR in the meantime still being chased down bottom, though Skidder cannot quite reach. Thompson, he is still alive, but not for long. The tornado does land, and Thompson will go down as Analog. He will hand the tip over to King RD for the great rotations of the Tuscan. I might agree, John. King RD has been doing some fantastic work.
And he has. Again, we saw him do this in the last game as well. Setting up the Sunstrike kills.
A lot of action here in this game. 133 now getting caught out. Go for the Thunderclap and the run. And with the Storm Brawler stance, he will be able to walk his way out just fine. The KJ is still chasing, but wouldn't have had the damage. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Snaking. Getting caught out will go down to King RD.
Handy. You don't care too much. You've got the Time Walk. You can always bail out when you're being committed on. And they get the rotation out early here from 33.
FCR in danger. 33 with the rotation. Looks like it is going to pan out immediately. And he has the Urn up, so it's just a nice, easy way of getting through the Gravekeeper's Cloak, of course. And well, it does work.
And KJ, ready to go.
Yeah, certainly so. 3-man smoke up towards the top lane, where they'll try to focus on 33. 33 still level 5, so has no primal split available. He'll have to try and walk the old-fashioned way, but there is no getting out of that. Costabile handed the kill by VKS.
On the side of Tundra, so they'll surrender the top tier 1.
33. Aggressive plays here from the Brewmaster. He does have level 6 though, so he wants to try and play like this. Snaking, also TPing in, but not really finding anyone to jump in on. They do at least get the Tusk. King RD, though, going to buy a bit of time with a snowball back towards 9. Toss back the way of his teammates, though. So King RD getting tossed around like a rag doll. Eventually will die. What's happening, right? Like, it's a pretty big deal to just hand that over to Tundra. So they do sneak it away, and now FCR, speaking of being sneaky, Thompson trying to get a solo pick off for himself, though he may have gone a bit too fast. Skidder trying to help out. Thompson, he will go down. BKS, a great pickup as they do find the mid clinks. And well, Thompson, you saw how much damage he did to that Visage, but VKS at the very least sticking as
enough armor to kind of sit through the siege that the Clinks provides, and now they can kind of go for a push. So
nice shards. King RD gonna lock in 9. Familiars are incoming. Thompson around the area trying to help out by taking down the Tusk. They've actually still saved the Tiny as well. He will be able to walk out of here. So 9 is fine. King RD is the one to go down. Now they might even find a cheeky Familiar, but not quite. It does manage to get out of there. Down to creeps. Mid-tier 1 tower it is. They have smoked up as 5. Thompson is going to reveal himself up at that top lane, and that'll be an amazing pickoff, but they're going to go down to the bottom instead and go for a bigger team fight. They'll run to snaking, though. Not exactly the target they want. It is just going to be a pos 5 profit they'll get. Not like you can burst him quick enough.
No. Not going to be under threat. They're not. They are still set to collapse, though.
Now they'll try now. Cold Snap is out. Primal Split is going to be able to come off just in the nick of time. 33 though. Can he get the Prulings out? Not quite. A very aggressive position. Like earlier on when we talked about it, John, he had his team around him. This time he just goes right past the river on his own.
It's.
Thank you, PTP. We appreciate it. Bot lane,
Why
Snake
you
King.
gotta do that to him?
Skidder, Chrono up, he's got it.
Oh.
Just cancel the TP of Analog, no wasting time. Beautiful pickup. They could still go after King RD, though he will TP away. And now mid lane, FCR. He will also get caught. Familiars, doesn't seem like they're going to be too lucky either. They both relay, though. He's just about to pick up the Reaver to finish off his Satanic. So suddenly the Gyrocopter, he does become a bit more of a menace to deal with. Speaking of a menace, top lane, King RD going to chase down 9 on the Tiny. KJ will be there to help out. 9, though, he does avoid the Sunstrike, but the swap is out. And with the tier 3 tower damage, he's not getting away.
Nah, with that drag.
Tier 2 mid tower, though, is going. Like, VKS, they are still fighting outer objectives. Costa BLA seems to want to try for the high ground, at least force back the side of Tundra. 9, though, this is a bit of a force back. Costa BLA, he got tossed back into a Chrono, but the swap is there. They will save for now. Problem is he will get tornadoed up, so they've still got the Gyrocopter held down, and now the root's coming out. He's forced to fight. Costa BLA, can he do it? It seems like he'll cop a bit of damage, but he's okay to back off for now, but 9's back in again. Avalanche and toss out. The Visage is down. Costa BLA, he does not have a Satanic available. Thompson comes in from the backside. That is just a complete wipe for the side of Tundra. That's
Even a one-man Chrono is, you know, in any other game you might feel bad about it, but in this kind of game you don't mind. You've got enough from
toss up
everyone else outside.
They've got the Invoker this time, and Analog, he just... Oh, he gets away. The Ghost Walk. It disjoints some of the attacks, so he will be able to survive just a little bit longer. Problem is King RD will get left behind. The KJ is moving back in as 9 now gets the Invoker.
Oh my
Analog
God.
moved back in for a second, gets caught by 9. The 9 will give his life up for it, but it's well worth it. Tundra, they'll be more than happy with those trades. So if he dies, the fight is as good as over. Costa BLA will show himself. The jump is there. 9, he's going to make the jump in immediately, though he does get stunned up. It's a bit of a messy fight for Tundra, but Skidder, he does jump in for a nice Chrono. He found 3 targets. Analog is gone. They've even lost KJ on the Vengeful Spirit, and now Skidder, he can get right to work. Costa BLA, who are you even attacking, sir? He doesn't know where to go, what to do. There's nothing to do. He's just down. Thompson with a triple. FCR, just surrounded by the trees, will also go down as Thompson gets an ultra kill for himself. What can you do if...
Just trying to keep building up in Gyro, but again, it's just Gyro farming. No one else has farm here.
Well, here we go, 9. Forced after the high ground. Will not go down yet, but the shards will lock him in. Meanwhile, Thompson just kills off Analog on his own. 9 somehow still alive. 9 actually blinks away. He's fine. He had no help around him. But they just weren't confident to move up high ground. They just didn't have enough vision. Meanwhile,
enough vision. Oh,
in the triangle, Snaking, he might be baiting here for Thompson, who's sneaking up from the backside, but no. Snaking will drop, Thompson will leave him. They do it.
VKS are so clumped up. It's only your Gyrocopter farming. FCR has nothing. Analog has nothing. Yeah. Your 2 cores have less farm than Snaking.
Kick RD getting the Thompson Clinks experience. Very nice. You know, there is a lot of hesitation going high ground because it does prove to be very challenging. FCR,
But it does.
they're going to try and make the jump in on the Clinks. Thompson will just walk away. 9, well, they're still going to chase him down. Tops is still being targeted, but 9 does save the day. Tossing Thompson out. He will be able to retreat and reset. 33, though, forced the primal split to be able to get the fight going and be able to survive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, the Tusk back in on Thompson, but Thompson just annihilates him. Back onto the gyrocopter. Skidder, not even requiring the chrono, just doing it the old-fashioned way, and Costabile can do nothing. He can do nothing but watch it happen. I think for the KEYD Stars, this game is looking pretty much as good as over at this point. Not to be anti-hype, John. That last team fight was without chrono being committed, and now the chrono has been committed. He'll find 2 more targets plus some familiars, and they just get destroyed. Xanalog, he will die once again on the Invoker. They do have buybacks available, but I don't really know if they even want to commit it at this stage. Like, there's your gyrocopter. Are we going to buy back? They'll commit all the buybacks, but the Ancient is completely exposed. They are just ignoring the heroes, and that's game over. Game 1 to go the way of Tundra. They
You head in just that Tidebearers for free, and Thompson's always going to have to walk up to try and trade. But at the least, once Shield Crash has a few levels, this should be a little bit more manageable with some damage mitigation.
9 already securing first blood here against KJ. KJ just getting absolutely destroyed here by 9 and 33. And of course, you can't really underestimate that level 1 soul assumption. It does do a hell of a lot of damage. More to come. However, they might find something even better because Costabile now is in trouble. He'll go for the fear, the shot out onto the Weaver. Costabile, he's going to go for the fight back. 9, he may have gone too far. Still trying to survive. Sakuchi, oh no. Unfortunate. So close.
Watch yourself. Like, it is a glass cannon, extremely so. Any commitment coming out can lead to a very fast kill from Tundra if you're not careful.
KJ, Tombstone down, 9, getting quite low, has Sakuchi, will go for a run, but the blood grenade. Perfect aim from KJ, able to secure the kill. Analog, just that mid lane, Thompson's just taking so much damage from Analog. Every Tidebringer hit just takes out so much HP. Just look at that Thompson, what's he meant to do? He's trying to play around it, but Analog is just really abusing this as top lane. Skidder in the meantime, Skidder goes down. Great dive in from FCR, King RD and KJ. The 9 has rotated. Problem is Snaking is getting just destroyed here by the side of King RD and KJ. Though Snaking will survive. KJ getting very low, but will also be able to walk his way out as now 9 will chase down King RD, but FCR's going to show up again. Uproar out. 9 gets the kill, but the Trample's going to secure the Weaver. And Skidder cancelled his TP.
Oh boy.
I believe that was a misclick by the looks of it.
Yeah, that must have been. There's no way. He wasn't under any threat of dying. He could even look for a turnaround play. So out mid for Thompson. He's not able to do too much in the Pangolier this game. Does have the regen, so he's going to be able to hang around and should be able to farm up some camps because of that. But I don't see any connection to the Pango coming out anytime soon.
A nice easy pick off there for 33, just cutting off the Undying around that 7-minute mark, knowing that he was going to go for the Wisdom Runes. To be a nice easy Wisdom Rune there for 33 to pick up if he so wishes. And it seems like he will for the sake of hitting his own level 6. So I suppose the Muerta is doing pretty well herself. Bottom lane 9 being chased down, does get hit by the dead shot. They'll go for the silence as well. 9 has a Sakuchi in 1. Will use it now, but the dust, it does actually connect. So they know where 9's gone. He'll run towards the south, but Costabile still with the chase, has another dead shot if he needs it. 9, Sakuchi up in 1, but it won't be enough. King RD able to take the kill on the Skywrath Mage, and the Weaver, I suppose you could make the argument, did buy some space, but Costabile on the southern side of the map. Costabile sadly still has a full creep wave right behind him, giving all the vision. Meanwhile, top lane Skidder barely able to TP away. Costabile in the meantime, still in danger. The creep wave just would not leave the poor guy alone, so now he just has to die. The creep wave chased him for such a long time.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. It does happen sometimes if they have nothing. but you're more than happy with the trade. You're finding the core kill you'd want. You're starting to invade a little bit more of that bot jungle as well. Not able to go for the full push, though.
I mean, they could try to do something towards 33. Meanwhile, Thompson mid lane in a lot of danger. Boat's going to connect, and that's going to be more than enough. That Ancient Seal setting up easily onto Thompson. And the Rolling Thunder coming in from Thompson, and that's going to be enough for VKS to be able to back their way out. The 9 still seems to be looking for a straggler in the Radiant jungle. In fact, Thompson, he may have found one now as KJ does show up on the Undying. He'll at least get the Tombstone dropped, and that's going to be enough to force them away. The Tundra do not want to fight into that. They'll just accept the little win that they get. The 9 does get caught by an X into the turret, and with the Muerto around, it certainly doesn't take too long to just burst 9 down.
No. The eventual farm will carry you. You know, if you last up till 30-35 minutes, that's when this lineup really kicks in to gear for VKS.
Top lane, FCR catches him. King RD with the Mystic Flare to ensure they've got enough damage. They'll find the Weaver another time. VKS very, very happy with these little pickoffs they're finding, I'm sure. Much more even FCR. So they will avoid, as now the smoke is incoming. Tundra, they've run through the river up towards top lane. Snaking in Thompson. They know the Primal Beast is around here somewhere. Onslaught is out, but Thompson, he's got the Diffusal Blade now to just inhibit him up. FCR, he will die first. It's a great start, but now the turnaround is here from VKS, though Thompson, he won't cop the torrent. Still, Analog will drag him back, but the Rolling Thunder is out. They've got the Kunk controlled up now, and this is a real problem for the side of Key Stars. They are still trying to fight this one out. The boat will come in, but Analog, he's so darn low, he'll drag them back again. But is it gonna matter? It doesn't seem like it. Everyone is just getting destroyed here on the side of VKS. They will at least get 9 on the Weaver, but it's nothing. Things can get rather ugly if you are KEYD, as the chase is on now. Thompson having a look for the Undying, not able to find him. King RD, he had a rod of Atos up now, so it's locking him down. Meanwhile, Skinner, he'll just casually push in the T1 mid tower on his own. There's no contest here. He will just take it for free. Meanwhile, top lane, Analog is just getting chased down by 33 on his own, but Costabile is going to show up and take care of it. 33 almost had the solo kill on his own, but Costabile was there to...
Yeah, he managed to kill off the familiars as well, so some good gold being in check
Thompson?
the way. Oh,
speaking of Costabile, this could be a little bit awkward. He'll run around in circles for now. Thompson, unable to land the secondary stun and needs to leave the area, but the Rod of Atos is now out there. The Mystic Flare, not really doing enough damage, but it won't matter because Thompson, he gets caught by the onslaught of FCR. It will go down. So the aggression not really paying off from Tundra.
Side of Tundra. I think every single lane's just pretty much worked out, maybe with the exception of Thompson's lane. Probably the hardest one. Again, a steady push up top.
Oh, they got an X on Snaking. They might be able to at least find a Shadow Demon for their trouble, and they will. Snaking is down. 9 looking to just back his way out. Meanwhile, Thompson going for a Rolling Thunder on Costabile, forcing a BKB in the backside. Costabile, he's almost down. Costabile might just go down to Thompson. As Thompson, he's still going into the tier 4 towers. They'll go for the grab ally onto the Tombstone to try and give Costabile a way out of this, and he will barely make it. Thompson now the one in danger, falling very low, will go down. VKS. Oh, they tried everything to save that Muerta, and they barely get away with it. However, high ground, is it still on the menu? On the top lanes, that could be a target for them to go for. 9 might actually break the smokes here, as King RD will lose his, and so will KJ. They'll pop the dust and the Sentry Ward just to ensure they find him, and that they will. Now, Tundra, I don't think they're going to make this easy. They are still going to stick around, even without the Weaver. They do not want to give this away for free. Rolling Thunder has been popped and they'll make the jump in. The Muerta already caught by Costabile. He'll get the BKB in time. Meanwhile, 33 is already down. And Tundra, they are being forced to leave the area, I think, as Thompson. He'll also get caught in the Pango. FCR, he's around to take him down. Costabile, the one to claim the kill. And now Roshan is almost certainly just theirs.
That's such a massive set of kills coming out there.
Bottom, Costabile, looking to move in. Tundra are around the area. Costabile, he's running in by himself right now, maybe not realizing he was surrounded, but he'll still go for the bit of a man fight here with the ulti, trying to chase down 33 on the Visage. 33, he's a tanky boy. Snaking's gonna save him with disruption for now, as 33 is still running somehow, some way, but they'll finally take down the Visage. It's on to the Luna now. Skinner, he might just be forced to fight. He's got nowhere to go but down. And he is gone. This VKS, they are fighting back, trying to hand Tundra their first loss of the road to TI. His analog will try with the tidal wave to drag him back, but does miss. They are still kind of staring each other down, but instead now VKS going to move down towards the bottom, where 9 will be hanging around with the Sakuchi. FCR, he does get the Pulverize onto the Weaver and with the Torrent. There is no time for 9 to be able to use that time lapse.
Just so well disciplined coming out from VKS when you do find these opportunities. The chain stuns coming out, pinning down the side of Tundra. We talked about all the saves on Tundra's end. It's not like you can always hang around where, you know, where the action's breaking out. 9 understands his role perfect here.
Still top lane is being pushed in by 33 and Skitter, and this is classic Tundra for you. They are not going to give anything away for free. There must be some kind of value that they get out of this, as 33 is going to get hit by the boat of Analog. Analog making it very hard for 33 to get away as they force all the TPs over, and 33, he might just be dying. Meanwhile, Snaking also going down. Rolling Thunder out, but Costabile gets the BKB in time, and now with the ulti, he's going to go right for the man fight against Skitter. Skitter barely able to survive with his own BKB. Costabile now the one that's a sitting duck, and he does go down.
Oh.
All right, maybe we don't have such a one-sided game on our hands as KEYD getting split up for that team fight. They give quite a bit back the way of Tundra.
Start considering the high ground. I'm just waiting for something like waiting for way more on Skitter, but again, you can kind of play safe push with the disruption, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Just slow sieging up. Voldemort is down.
Oh, jump in. They found the Weaver. 9 just gets destroyed. Can they get Skitter? He's the big target. Skitter going to go for a run. We'll turn around now onto FCR. Torrent is not going to land, but they'll land the boat, and now the Torrent Storm will come in. Skitter, he's a sitting duck. Skitter is down. Thompson, he's the next one on the chopping block right now, though he'll go for a Rolling Thunder to try and get away, but the chase is on. He'll try for the TP, but the knockback is there. Thompson, he will be able to get out, but 33 will not. 33 is down. And that's 3 down for Tundra now. As I mean, the side of V... Seems like for now, they're going to allow the Tier 3 tower to go down. BKS, they'll go for the racks as well while they're at it. They are a little bit afraid by the looks of it. Costabile will drop the calling. Here comes Thompson. FCR, he's a tanky boy, not really taking too much damage, as now 9 was focusing. The Pulverize out. Thompson, oh, they've lost the Pengo. He does have buyback though, so he will come back in for the fight. But VKS, they will back off immediately. In fact, they're looking to move back in perhaps. They are still all very healthy. They'll wait for the creep wave, and it's back up to the high ground they go. But Thompson, he's got the Rolling Thunder. They've found Costabile. Can they burst him down? Yes, they can. 33 holding him down, the Familiars. Just a perma-stun. There was no save for it. It's FCR. FCR's gone a boot. What is happening?
VKS in and out. And they're not able to find a good chance to commit. All of a sudden, they're down 1.5 racks. They managed to find Snaking at very least, but that is a pretty big kill. With the save gone, if they get caught off guard...
Close now. VKS might be able to get there in time to find Tundra. 33 will leave. Skitter going to try for the TP play out. And oh no, it's not enough. They get him completely blind, and now Skitter, with the detection, they've got him.
Oh boy.
That's some game sense right there. They knew.
Yeah. It's a big point. Still, they are solely focusing on just shoving mid with these exposed racks.
On the Visage, 33, trying to be a little bit cheeky here up against King RD, and might just have him, and will with the Soul Assumption. Here comes FCR. King RD's going to buy back for this. Meanwhile, Lions going straight for the racks again as Analog's going to join in now on the Kunkka. Meanwhile, mid lane, looks like they do find a mid-racks in the Dire base as they do lose 9 in the Radiant bases. Now 33's going to try and get his way out with the TP, but no, it is not enough. Complete chaos. They will defend their base on the Radiant side, and now TP's coming right back in to the mid lane. The FCR's TP did get cancelled thanks to Thompson on the creep wave. 9, he's back in the Radiant base, but it could be a dieback incoming for the Weaver. Can he find a way out? He'll try with the Gleipnir. The rush is on. FCR and Analog both chasing. Now the X out 9, he does get caught. And he will go down. A dieback is the mid lane. The Luna still fighting. Skidder gonna go on to KJ. Here comes Costa Bile though. And that'll force the Luna away. Thompson, not out of danger yet. We'll go for the roll-up and try to avoid Costa Bile completely, but it's not looking too good for him. Here comes Snaking to save the day, though, with the disruption. And we'll give Thompson another chance at life. Look at Skidder. Skidder is rushing for the Radiant base. Meanwhile, Snaking does die.
Oh my
Skidder,
God.
he's on a mission. He wants that Brax. He wants the Megas, and he's going to get it. Off you go, Skidder. Well done.
Oh,
Analog, he's got the X out. They want the punish, they've got the side device, and they've got the kill. Problem is, Skidder does have buyback.
side lanes. We'll see if that's something Tundra reads as, well, they drag back, sneaking a little bit early.
Here we go. Tier 4 tower is going to be under siege. They want that buyback out of the Luna. Nice drag back on Snaking will mean the Shadow Demon is down for 90 seconds without buyback. And now the side device out has caught the Weaver. 9. He's got no buyback either. Both supports are down. VKS, they have a chance at pulling off the game victory against Tundra. Thompson, he's going to try to move in. The Tombstone will save King RD, but not for long. Thompson, he'll do it his damn self. He's got no team, but he's still getting the job done. Torrent will land though. They've got the side device. They've got the Pangolier. He should be going down, and Thompson is finally dead. But the mid wave is being controlled by 33, who will not allow them to push his. But do they have a chance to go for these tier 4 towers? He can refresh, pierce the veil. It's no problem. FCR, they'll start to move in. The tier 4's under siege. 9 will move in now with the Gleipnir. Costa Bile in the meantime. He'll pop his BKB and take down 9. That's the Weaver goal. Meanwhile, 33 pushing in the Radiant base, forcing Analog to stay around that area. We have somewhat of a pace race right now between these two teams, though it's a very, very slow one as 33's been caught out bottom lane, or rather top. 33, he'll cop the boat, he'll cop the pulverize. He's still not dying though. Finally, they'll catch him, but no, he'll go into the stone gaze. 33, just die. My goodness. This guy's just a menace. Tundra, although continue, is playing a slower game, understanding the advantage they currently hold.
Yeah. Like, they can't really do too much
Skidder.
outside.
Skidder does get caught. They've got the Luna, but can they burst him down? Skidder, he's getting low, and Skidder's gone.
Oh my god.
He has buyback. It's okay. He does have the buyback available. Aegis was on Thompson as well, so you still have that secondary life up.
That you do. It's just, it gets trickier to see that opening come out. You know, it just, VKS have all these ways to initiate, and Tundra only really have rule.
They've got a gem on KJ. You've got to be a little bit wary as the Visage. They will be able to spawn you, though, Thompson. He'll make the jump in. He's found the Undying, and he's found Costa Bile. That's the big target. Costa Bile, though, he's in the Tombstone. He's going to be okay to reset. He'll pop the Pierce the Veil. He'll refresh the BKB. He'll go for the fight. It's absolute chaos at the top lane, but nobody's down yet. There goes 9. That's 1 down. But is there any more to come? Thompson, he just keeps going. He really wants King RD, but King RD is gone. He is safely out of there. This Thompson's the one to drop. He'll lose his Aegis. Meanwhile, Skidder looks like he's about to go down, but the disruption will save for now, but not for long. Skidder is down.
No buyback.
No buyback available for the Luna. FCR, he's found a 4th. They've found a 3rd. And it seems like they're going high ground for the Jugular. They just want the Ancient down. Put a finish to this game. There's no way to defend just with Thompson, surely. Though I say that Thompson, he's trying. Scythe of Vice. He's trying to get the creep waves out. Analog dropping a little bit low, but now they've got the control. Thompson will go down. That's a dieback, and that should be it. Though the creep waves are going to the base, but it won't matter.
And VKS, they get it done. We talked about what they had to do up against a team like Tundra.